for people who aren't here with us today. And we are going to get started. So for back and a little bit more with shoulders, if you have a block, that will be handy dandy. I know blocks aren't the most readily available. So what you can also find is a rolled up towel or a pillow. A couch cushion might be a little tough, so something a little bit smaller. We'll be using this for a restorative shape, but before we get there, playlist today is coming, the restorative 35 minutes, it's actually 45. Hitting play in 3, 2, 1. All right. So again, a block or anything else that you might have, you place it to the top of your mat. This is what your head's going to rest down on. Ooh, and then make your way down. Scoot your feet so it's all the way down at the edge of your mat. And then your block or prop, whatever you have, you can bring it up a little higher, a little lower. Bring your left hand towards the top of your mat. Thread your right arm down and through. It's up to you if you want your palm up or palm down. And then your left hand's going to slide on top. So what it'll look like lying down is your arms like this, really opening through your shoulder blades. And then shift and adjust however you need to bring your forehead maybe down on the block. It's a little more height's better so you can still be able to breathe. And then that's it. All you have to do is breathe. Maybe give your hips a little bit of a shimmy so your feet can fall out wider, relaxing your low back. And as we take this time to move out of our heads and into our bodies, if you notice your mind coming back to a thought or thought pattern, perhaps asking yourself, where is this coming from? Especially as we move closer into the holiday season with stress and anxiety higher. Feels sometimes like you're stuck on that wash cycle, same thoughts cycling through. So where is this thought coming from? And take a gentle breath in and out. Lifting your head, slowly sliding one arm out, then the other. Bringing your forearms back down onto your mat. And then section your elbows so you feel like you're drawing your hips towards your elbows. Help protect your low back here, and maybe some half circles with your neck. And then coming to neutral, this time your left hand threads underneath the right, and the right arm over top of the left. And then lowering your forehead down. Again, you might have to sway your hips, shift and adjust however you need. And for some, your palms might be down or up or a little bit to this like awkward side. And that's okay, just choosing what's gonna work best for your body. And this time when you're here, could you try and breathe more into your stomach? Feeling the rise and fall between your hip bones. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. See if you can come out of the shape even slower than you did on the first time. Ooh, let the blood flow back into your arms, moving your prop out of the way. And then you can find the same thing again of keeping your forearms down, or maybe you want to bring your hands out wider, palms turned out, pushing your toes into the ground, lifting your heart. And again, half circles with your neck. And if that's too much on your low back, bring yourself back down. It's not a competition. You don't have to beat anyone or beat yourself. Stack palm on palm, rest your forehead down, give your hips a little bit of a shake, and then really point your toes, push your toenails into the ground, lift your kneecaps, your thighs are still touching the ground, and then use your inhale, lift your left foot off the ground. And imagine as if someone's like trying to tug your leg back, so really extending long. The length is coming from your hip first, and it's not about like your height here, it's length. Using the muscles of your lower back to help find stability here and strength. Keep it lifted for 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower back down. Inhale, reach your right toes further away, a little bit more towards the right corner of your mat. Can you keep your shoulders soft and down on your back? Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Inhale, left leg one more time. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower. Last time with the right. And then exhale, lower. Now maybe you want to find this 1 breath per movement now. So reaching your left foot up and then your right. And try to not bend your knees too much. Notice if your hips are rocking, can you try and keep them stable here? Go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs back down. Give your butt a little bit of a shake, a wiggle. And then reach your hands towards the top of your mat, even further off. Come onto tented fingertips. Let's alternate. So reach your left fingertips up, right foot up. And now your gaze going up towards your fingers is only going to strain your neck. So keep your gaze down. And then exhale to lower. Inhale, switch sides, left foot, right arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, switch. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Good. Plant your palms under your shoulders. Roll your shoulders back and down. Cobra or up dog. Listening to what you need today. And as always, I'll provide a few different options. And I want you to think about like, how spicy do you want to go? So for some people, your spice level might be, I don't know, ketchup. Yeah, like not very spicy. You just like want to roll around on the ground. Other people want ghost pepper, right? And what you want today is totally different from yesterday. So listen to that, especially with your back, for what feels right for you. Plant your palms under your shoulders, shoulders back and down. Push back, shell stretch. Knees go wide, big toes touch. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself back forward and then come to sit on your bum. So Rebecca and I were talking about this before, of a little bit of an opening through the front of our necks to help with shoulder tension. And so what I want you to do, I'm going to come up a little bit closer so you can see. It's a little self-massage. We've done this one before. It's one of my favorites. What it is is you're gonna take your fingertips and you're gonna guide them down along, kind of like, oh, where's my pulse? Just kidding. Massaging down through the front of your neck. So this is what helps us swallow. This is what helps keep our head up nice and strong. And brushing all the way down to your collarbone. Once you reach your collarbone, take your peace fingers, hook them on your collarbone. And then you can start to play around with bringing your chin over towards the opposite shoulder. Or looking up, making those half circles. Might need to readjust. Ooh. And release and then switch sides. Yeah, so just be careful not to go like full Nelson WWE, choking yourself out or anything like that. I never buy magazines, but I bought People magazine and it was talking about 30 years after The Undertaker. And I was like, well, that's a throwback. All right, same thing, finding your collarbone. Chin over towards one shoulder. Yep, I don't know, maybe you're more of like a Triple H fan. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Obviously The Rock. I'm just gonna stop right there. Release, shake out your hands. Shake out your arms, release your forearms, and then make stars with your hands. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1, release. I'm just gonna make my way back to the mat. From your seated position, bring your legs out wider apart. So not like super far wide, maybe a little bit wider than your mat. Move the flesh away from your sitting bones here. Let's finally move it through our T-spine. Bring your fingers into the middle of your chest. Roll your shoulders back and down. Big breath in. Exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, left again. 2 more, breathe in. Exhale. Last one, breathing in, come all the way to center. Exhale, over to the left. Center. This time, open your arms out wide to a T. As you exhale, bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Your left hand turns down, palm facing down, tiny little pulse, pulse, pulse. Reach up, open arms to T shape, back to the left. Exhale, pulse, pulse, pulse. Inhale. Exhale. Shh, shh, shh. 2 more. Exhale. Shh, shh, shh. Last one. Exhale. Shh, shh, shh. Inhale, center, open your arms wide. Exhale, fingertips into the middle of your sternum, breathing in. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. So as you're finding this movement, can you also take a peek at your toes? Notice if they're starting to curl in or shift. Imagine as if you're pushing your feet against a wall. 2 more. Last one. Inhale, center, open your arms wide. Exhale, finding your saw, twisting with the pulse, pulse, pulse. Inhale, center. Exhale, shh, shh, shh. Inhale. Exhale, shh, shh, shh. 2 more. Shh, shh, shh. Last one. Exhale, shh, shh, shh. Good. Come back through center, twisting over towards the left, center, over to the right. So as much as you're trying to reach past your toes, can you still continue to find that movement through your thoracic spine? So middle part of your body. Shh. Shh. Go for 4. Shh. 3. Shh. 2. Shh. Last one. Shh. All right, rising on up. Gather your feet together. Flex your feet. And if you still have a block, a book, a pillow, place it so your feet are touching it here. Ooh. So just give something for your feet to balance off of. Your knees can be as bent or as straight as you want. Again, move the flesh away from your sitting bones. Open your arms out in front of you, palms facing towards each other. Keep your right arm where it is. Reach your left arm a little bit further. And then exhale, bend into the elbow, turn towards the left, look behind you. Yeah, and now notice your feet. Your feet came off your block or your prop. Can you bring them back to touch? Yes. Inhale, center. Exhale, stay on the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, center. Switch to the right. Can you keep that right foot maintaining contact with whatever prop you're using? 2 more. Last one. Come back through center and then fold over your legs. Ooh, give your shoulders a little bit of a shake or a shimmy. Slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Plant your palms, cross your ankles, make your way into tabletop. So as we find our cat-cow, I want you to find a little bit more of a Pilates version today. So yoga is very like, pop your bum back, let everything drop, hyperextension of the elbows, and then really curl around. With Pilates, you come to neutral. I want you to protect your low back, and then you exhale, curl around, drawing your lower abdominals in towards you. So it's like you're really only finding the cat portion and then back to neutral. When you come to neutral, can you still reach the crown of your head forward, tailbone back? Exhale, curl and round. 2 more. Exhale, curl and round. Last one. This time, tuck your toes, push back into your down dog. Ooh. Curl out your heels, find any movement. And bring your feet a little bit wider apart. Walk your hands back a bit, and then right hand reaches for the outside of your left leg. Turning your torso towards the left. Maybe look up under your left armpit. Hopefully you showered or you don't smell too bad. Or heck, maybe you smell bad. Embrace it. Who cares? It's COVID. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back through center. Plant your right hand down, left hand outside right leg. Ooh. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant your palms. Slowly walk your hands back. Like really slow. Take your time here. Hands towards the back of your mat. Forward fold. And then it's up to you. You know the drill. You can grab opposite elbows. Let your arms hang heavy. Maybe give your head a little bit of a gentle wiggle, shake. Fingertips back down on the mat. And again, really slow, like super, super slow, like you're sliding through honey. Or like Cruella de Vil in molasses. Walking your hands forward. Making your way into a high plank. And then push your heels back. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees, chest and chin. Untuck your toes. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Finding your cobra ripples here 3 more times. You can keep with your elbows close together, or you can bring your hands out wide, elbows high. Okay, let's maybe do a couple more than 3. It might feel nice to dip one shoulder down and then the other. And then once you're feeling even and good, lower yourself back down. Reach your arms back out in front of you. And finding another variation of swimmer. So we're going to build off of what we were doing of the singles, one at a time. And then we're going to speed it up. We're going to move a little bit faster and maybe find some additional height. What tends to happen with swimmers is people lose their breath. So I don't care about how high you go, how fast you go. You can keep your head down as well. All you need to really focus on here is breathing. And finding length over height. Stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Plant your feet down on the ground, open your arms wide into cactus. Can you try and push your tailbone into the, not tailbone, your pubic bone into the ground? So that way you can help find a lift through your core. And in tiny little lifts and lower. Lift and lower. And your arms are moving at the same pace as your chest. What happens is their arms want to flail out first, but can you keep them level with your chest? And then notice what's going on with your lower half. Can you push your toenails into the ground? Go for 4, 3, 2. Last one, plant your palms, tuck your toes, push back, close leg child's pose. So your knees are close together here. Maybe your forehead comes down to the ground. If not, you could use a prop, block, bolster, hands reaching back towards your toes. Again, if you get some intrusive thoughts, that cycle starts repeating itself, where is this thought coming from? Instead of getting wrapped up, maybe you find it at the source. Where is it coming from? Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Lift your bum so you can bring the crown of your head onto the ground. Tuck your toes, all of your toes. So try and get your pinky toes. Hands reach back for your heels. And then stretching your bum up and away, coming into rabbit. Opening through your shoulders. If you're not quite feeling anything, you can even bring your chin closer in towards you. Ooh. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your heels and tuck your toes. Palms turn up. Might feel nice to sway your hips side to side. Again, plant your palms under your shoulders, chin in towards your chest, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll your shoulders back and down 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Slide over onto your bums. Hands behind you, cross your right ankle over top of your left thigh for a figure 4, but we're going to stay lifted and perhaps add a twist. Just want to get into your T-spine just a wee bit more here. So option to sway your hips a bit side to side. Oh, especially if you've been sitting, holy moly. Ooh. The closer in you walk your left heel, the spicier this will be. So maybe you've upgraded from ketchup to like a gray poupon. And then come onto your left fingertips. Right elbow or tricep hooks onto your right foot. You're kind of pushing into one another. Ooh, and then you open your chest towards the left. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. And then tip your hips fully over so your right foot comes down on the ground. Your right bum cheek's gonna lift up, and that's okay. From here, reach your left fingertips more forward towards the top of your mat. And then maybe you wanna find a side body stretch. For some, you could keep your bottom knee lowered, or bottom hip, I guess. Or if you want, start to heel toe your left foot over towards the right edge of your mat. Yeah, so you're kind of like, what's up? How you doing? Stretching through the left side of your body here. And then some people might want to lift their hips up. But really, there's so many options you could take the shape. Choose what works for you. Ooh. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow, release. And then switch Roni. I'm just going to turn around so I'm facing the same way as you. Planting your right foot, cross your left ankle over top. A little sachet, shimmy of the hips. And coming back to neutral, right fingertips a little more further behind, plugging whatever part of your left arm onto your left foot. Ooh. As you twist, notice if your shoulders are creeping up towards your ears, drop them back down. Release your left arm, plant in your left foot. And then same thing, you might just want to hang out here, chilling. Who knows, maybe lower down. That right foot comes a little more over toward the left side of your mat. Pushing your hips forward. Another option, lifting up. I don't think this is like actually a real yoga pose, but we're gonna roll with it because it feels good. And sometimes that's all that matters, right? Because not everything needs to have a name for us to like perfect it. Sometimes you just gotta move your body in the way it feels right. Stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center, uncross your legs, plant your feet, windshield wiper your knees. Ooh. Come onto your bums, straighten out your legs as much or as little as you want. Remove the flesh away from your sitting bones. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. And this is the part where you might be like, oh, my toes like need a pedicure. Like, what is going on here? Why are they so dirty? I need to clean my floors. And don't worry, that stuff can wait for later. Maybe you can allow your chin to go in towards your chest, rounding through your upper spine. Slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then come to face your mat wide. Turn your toes out wide, shifting your hips, rolling your hip bones forward, flexing your feet, and then maybe tipping over towards one side. And so whatever side you choose, you can have your arm down to the inside, the outside, peace finger grip. And depending on how your shoulders are, if you reach your arm up and your shoulders like this sucks, don't do it. You can also bring your hand to your low back. Keep turning all your toes up towards the ceiling. Your foot that's opposite will want to get a little bit lazy here, so keep it flexed. Rising on up, switching sides. You try and lean your chest a little bit more back. Ooh. Rise on up. Keep your right leg where it is. Left sole of your foot comes towards your right inner thigh, but not quite. Right leg comes in a bit, so allow yourself some room and space to breathe. You probably know what's coming. Right hand onto your left knee. Left arm reaches up. And so depending where you're at, this could be enough. Again, hand behind your back, maybe reaching for your inner right thigh. Or maybe it's available to grab your foot and opening your chest up towards the ceiling. Whatever shape you're in, stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise back on up. Okay, I feel like we've been doing virtual for long enough, and if you didn't hear that, I totally just let one rip. Whoopsies. Such is yoga, right? Okay, so left hand onto your right thigh. And again, maybe shorten your stance. Finding your split shape. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise back on up. Try your legs together, give them a little bit of a shake. Extend your legs long, bring your big toes to touch. Move the flesh away from your sitting bones. Arms reach up, and then exhale, slowly come off your sitting bones, rocking and rolling down. Go for a 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lying yourself down. There's a couple of twist options for you here today, working through our T-spine. The first one that I'd like for you to explore is drawing your knees in towards you, lifting your hips up, opening your arms wide, and then dropping your knees over towards the left. So abdominal twist. We found this on Monday if you're here for class. So maybe it feels a little more familiar. You could drop into it maybe a little bit more, I don't know, easily. But some days that is not the case. So listening to what works for you in your body. You can also complete the rotation of your spine, letting your gaze go over towards the right. Right, take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale, let it go. 2 more, breathing in and out. Last one, inhale. And exhale. palms down. Find lift through your core, knees back up through center. And tipping over towards the right. Again, gaze can be up towards the ceiling or over to the left. Palms down or up. Soft breath in and out. Just one more, breathing in and out. Turning palms down, knees back up through center. Plant your feet down, shift your hips over towards the right. And then you could find staggered knees, stacked knees, no knees, or eagle legs. Okay, so choose an option that's gonna work for best for you. Also play around with extending your right leg out. Might get a little more into your IT band, the muscles down the side of your leg. We won't be here for as long, so stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. With control, come back up through center. Shift your hips over towards the left. And again, same thing, stacked, staggered, eagle, no twist. Extending your left leg out, totally up to you. Stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees back up through center. Shift your hips underneath you. One more just to even out the spine. Bring your palms down beside. Bring your heels in close enough so you can maybe graze them with your fingertips. And then heel toe your feet a little closer together. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, articulate your spine. So tuck your tailbone underneath, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Big breath in. Use your exhale, lower down, really, really slow. Can you try and feel all parts of your muscles? Notice your back, notice your glutes when they make contact. One more time, this time using your inhale to ripple up, tucking your tailbone underneath, rising up vertebrae by vertebrae. Can you still keep your rib cage knit in so your chest isn't flaring and popping too much? Next, inhale, lower down. Yeah, playing around with our breath a bit. Soles of the feet touch. Maybe your knees go wide. Perhaps placing hands on your body or down beside. And feel free to stay here in this shape for as long as you want. Otherwise, when you're ready, coming into your final resting shape. And don't cheat yourself. Like, grab a sweater, grab a blanket. Always be lying on your side, your stomach seated. We'll be here for 4 minutes today, so I'd like for you to take your time settling in. Finding a moment of stillness. Perhaps this is your only time of calm for today. your only time for yourself. So I know it's hard, but if you can, try and resist the notifications, the urge to get up, to move, to always be go, go, go. And this is the practice of kind of coming into your stillness, to be settling into, who knows, discomfort, being okay with stillness, not always having the answers. Staying in whatever shape you're in, taking a soft breath in and out. And maybe moving your breath a little bit deeper down into your body. And releasing. Your eyes are closed. You can flutter them open. You can introduce some movement into your body. And it's up to you today. What's going to work best for you? If you want to finish your practice lying down or seated, totally up to you. Like, this practice is for you. It's not about me. So choosing whichever one you want, making your way into your shape or staying as is. Your hands can come together on your body or in your lap. Closing our time with one breath. When you're ready, breathing in and out. From my house to yours, I say thank you. Appreciate you taking the time to show up for yourself. Obviously showing up for me. Here we getting. And last thing that I also want to share with you is, like, as we move into the holiday season, whether you choose to celebrate Christmas or not, there is a lot of pressure to be buying gifts, to doing all these things. And just know that you also don't need to put yourself in debt in order to show your love to other people. So I encourage you to question as to whether you need to actually buy people gifts this year, right? Sometimes just saying I love you is enough. Thanks so much, friends.